I want to take apart this idea, two things here. I want to take apart this idea of the self.
Yes, sir.
And like the narcissistic self, let's say. And then I want to contrast that with this alternative self that's a consequence of the acceptance of something like voluntary self-sacrifice. And I kind of want to do that technically because I've been trying to work through the relationship between power and hedonism. So as far as I can tell, there's not much point in power apart from the sadism without hedonism, because power needs to serve desire, because why else have it? Okay, so then the question is, you might say, well, the power serves my desires. But then there's a problem there. Nietzsche pointed to this, by the way, back in the mid-1800s. He said, well, when you say my or when you say I, you're assuming some sort of a priori unity that's transcendent, that isn't self-evident, even though you think it is. So you might say, well, I want my desires to be requited. And that's a focus on me. But what you're doing is you're identifying the I or the me with the desire. And what that means inadvertently is that you're replacing I or me with the desire. And what that means is you're actually possessed by the desire.
Yeah.
And so what narcissism actually means, and I think this is true clinically, narcissism means subjugation to a series of possession by fragmented whim. And then people say, well, I'm getting what I want. It's like, there's no I there. You're a battlefield of whims. And then you might say, well, if your whims are being met successfully, why is that a problem? And it seems to me that the fundamental problem is it's actually self-defeating. Like, one of the things we know about psychopaths, for example, is...
Don't touch me when you say psychopaths. Some people think you think I'm one. I'm actually very compassionate.
No, I was thinking about you being one of the people who are talking about psychopaths. So, yeah, that's a very important distinction. So psychopaths betray themselves as badly as they betray other people. So psychopaths are completely unable to learn from experience, which seems to mean that they don't give any consideration whatsoever to their future self.